If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Oh shit. Wasn't ready for that. Welcome back to COSMEHOLICS Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today is a BOETALKS segment. I have not done a BOETALKS segment for about 2 weeks now because I've been extremely busy, so I never got to film the relationship questions last week. So I have a bunch to go through today, and they're all pretty much long because, you know, niggas ain't shit. So let's get right on into it. I have a problem. My ex of 2 years and I broke up about 1.5 years ago because of distance, college, but we still communicate. We argue over shit and stop talking for a few weeks, but still come back. We can't stay away very long. It's clear we still have feelings for each other, but we just can't be together right now. We have both been involved with others since our breakup, but I know feelings are still there. He comes and tells me things that happens in his relationship, expresses his personal thoughts. However, now he has a girlfriend that he seems to be serious about. He wants to be friends, but I don't believe in that. Not when you love someone. I know I shouldn't torture myself, so I tell him to leave me alone and stop texting me, but he won't. Why does he keep coming back? Am I a fool to keep hope alive? Thanks, Jade. Okay, hey Jade. Firstly, I am the same way. I do not believe in keeping friendships with exes. It doesn't make sense to me. Unless you have a child, it really, like, there's no reason to be talking to you. Why? Why am I talking to you? There's no reason. So I'm with you on that. I'm just not here for the friendship after love thing. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for us to keep contact. Like, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you open up to them about everything, and that person is like one of the only people that get to see you in your entirety. So to be friends with somebody after the fact, after they know your most deepest, darkest secrets and you guys have been intimate, like, how do you keep a friendship with that person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just too much, and there's always gonna be feelings there if you do keep that friendship. The other thing is, if he does have a girlfriend, out of respect for his new woman, you shouldn't communicate with him just because, especially because he's opening up to you about the relationship. That's really wrong on his part. If I found out my man was doing that, I would have a fucking coronary, like, do not discuss our relationship with anybody. That's a big no. Like, no, you don't do it. You just don't do it. So he shouldn't be telling you anything about his relationship, and I'm pretty sure his girlfriend wouldn't appreciate that if she knew. So yeah, ixnay on that. I think that you should express to him that you don't feel comfortable talking about his relationship with his new girl. And if you express to him, if you do want to be with him and you feel like he wants to be with you, the time, like, and it's just not the time, then it's not the time, and you shouldn't try to pursue it, especially because you know he has somebody else right now. It obviously sucks, but it's just a respect thing. You just need to distance yourself, and if it's meant to be, it will be. Like, don't hold on to it for too long. I mean, you don't know where the relationship's gonna go, but he can't keep coming and talking to you about it, and you can't keep letting him come and talk to you about it. So I don't think you're a fool necessarily to keep hope alive, but if you guys are supposed to be together, trust me, you guys will be. Other than that, you just need to let the situation do its thing and let nature run its course and let the universe take care of the situation, girl, because it might not be the end, even though he is in a relationship right now. It's like, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket waiting for him to come around when he's clearly trying to move on, even though he still has some sort of attachment to you. I would say that you just need to, like, try to move on too, and if it comes to the point where you both move on and you're both so deep in your relationships and you still have those feelings for each other, then say fuck it and just be together. But at this point, you need to just back it off a little bit and stop communicating with him, just out of respect for his girlfriend and his new relationship. What the fuck am I doing? Please help me with advice on what you feel he's doing or acting like, and what you think I need to do. Thanks. Love you, Bo. Girl, honey, boo. You already know what you need to do, because this is a very abusive relationship. He may not be hitting you, but the fact that he is kicking you out of the house, and like, in a relationship, you're bound to argue. You're not always going to agree on everything. I don't know anybody that doesn't argue. In a relationship, you're supposed to argue. But if you are living with this person, or even just staying at their house, and you're in a relationship with them, you can't just kick them out. Like, unless it's a breakup, unless it's the breakup, you guys are ending it right now, here today, and you need to move the fuck out, then that's a different story. But if it's just the thing where he's just trying to kick you out every single time you argue, then you need to just kick yourself out of the damn relationship, because what the fuck? Why the hell are you taking this from him? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You even sending me this email tells me that you know better, and that you know that there's obviously something wrong with your relationship and with the man that you're with in the relationship. You cannot accept this behavior at all. He's controlling. He's overly controlling, because what do you mean I need to get a new Facebook? Like, no. For what? You're not going to tell me I can't party, and you're definitely not going to tell me I can't have guy friends. Who is you? Like, nah. You want to control all those things, and then you want to, on top of that, he's throwing the fact that he gives you a ride to work like, so what? You're my boyfriend. But like, what are you good for? Obviously, you're gonna give me a fucking ride to work. If I don't have my car and it's not inconveniencing you, then give me a fucking ride. If it is an inconvenience and you're just going to throw it back in my face, then I don't want your ride. So from this, I guess you guys are still together. This is not like an ex-boyfriend or anything like that. So you need to remove yourself from this relationship straight up. Like, there is no question about it. This is not a relationship you need to be in. Yes, 3 years is a long time. Yes, it's gonna suck, but at the end of the day, your safety is far more important than the dick. Okay, so get your life, be single for a little bit, and know your self-worth, because the fact that he's kicked you out more than once means that you don't know your self-worth. He doesn't know how much you're worth. So you really need to just self-evaluate and know that you are important. And anybody that's important don't need to be getting kicked out their home. Like, nah. That's like so disrespectful, especially because it's not like he's telling you, it's not like he's saying, can you leave for a little bit, or like he leaves for a little bit and comes back later after he's cooled down. Like, that's a relationship. Like, you know, sometimes you do just need to just go out for a minute and have a breath of fresh air. I don't know, smoke a cigarette or whatever. Like, ew. No, don't smoke a cigarette. That's nasty. Anyway, some people do need to do that when it's a heated argument. And so to go take a breather, come back when you're calm and have an adult conversation, that's acceptable. Him kicking you out, not acceptable. I only have one piece of advice for you, and it's to remove yourself from the relationship. He's clearly not somebody that you can talk to and level with, because he wants to be in control of everything. And if you're willing to give up that control over your own life, then that's totally up to you. I mean, you did make a new Facebook, so you're putting your relationship before yourself, which is not okay. You cannot do that. You have to put yourself first, and put your man somewhere else down the line. Like, he's not even second. Like, you need to put yourself first and he can come in later on. But at this point, he needs to not come in at all. It's just about you now. It is hard to just get up and like go elsewhere. You know, you have to have your finances in order first. If he is taking care of you financially, like a lot of men, especially abusive men that have money, will try to dangle gifts in front of your face to make you, one, feel better about yourself or better about how he's treating you, when really it's just a facade and just a manipulation tactic. And you're definitely being manipulated. Like, do not let the fact that he spoils you, which you actually said that you don't care about the money, which he doesn't understand, and the fact that he doesn't understand that is a big red flag. It's not about the funds, honey. Like, no. If you're not treating me with respect, the respect that I deserve, but you want to buy me gifts, like, I'm not accepting them. Well, I might accept them, but you know, I'm gonna accept them and I'm gonna take off, because no. That's it. Just because no. So please, take care of yourself, remove yourself from the situation, and just don't even talk to him, because he's clearly a lunatic. Okay, boo-boo. I'm glad that this was not about you being pregnant, because I really don't know who you was pregnant for. If you're even pregnant, if it's just a cyst, I really have no idea. So I'm glad that the question is what you should do about the situation between the baby mother and you, boo. So the baby moms needs to get checked. At the end of the day, she needs to get checked. If you already checked her and she's still acting crazy, oh, you can't even beat her up because she's pregnant. Like, okay, he needs to check her. He needs to write her ass a letter and tell her that she better cut that shit out. You won't be hindering him from seeing his daughter. I mean, your relationship is totally separate from that. If he is going to be a good father to his child, he will be. That is not for you to decide. If anything, you will be the person motivating him to be a good father to his child. You guys can go ahead and start your family and whatnot, but just know that the baby mother will always be a part of your relationship and a part of your life if you guys do pursue something in the future. You and the baby mother need to actually sit down and hash it out if you are going to pursue a real relationship with him and start a family with him and get married and all that stuff. Like, you and the baby mother do need to talk and hash it out, because at the end of the day, everybody's grown. There's no reason for her to be being petty towards you unless you guys were like best friends and he was her boyfriend and blah blah blah. Like, that's different. If you snaked her and ended up sleeping with him regardless of the fact that it's her ex, like, that's like girl code. Like, nah, that's a different story, but I don't think that's what you said here. So your relationship with him is fine, but you do need to talk to this baby mother and tell her that you need to act like adults, because at the end of the day, you are going to be in a relationship with her baby father and you don't have time for the little girl shit. Like, how is she about to bring a kid into this world but she acting like a kid? Like, you need to like reiterate that to her and just say that you guys need to get past whatever the issue is. You need to talk to her and find out exactly what her issue is. Is it just the fact that her baby father's new girl? Like, is there something else? You need to find out what exactly her issue is with you, and you guys need to squash it like adults and just move on from it, because you can't say you and this guy end up being in a relationship for the next 20 years. Is she going to be acting like this for 20 years? And that will also put a toll on his relationship with his child. It's not actually going to be your fault, but it is going to affect the relationship with the child. He may resent the mother, and it may turn out to resenting the child because the mother is being disrespectful to his woman, his wife. So y'all gotta squash that and act like adults and just move on from the situation. The heart wants what it wants. If you want to be with this man and he wants to be with you, you guys will be together. So don't worry too much about the relationship aspect of it. I think the most important thing that you need to do here in this situation is squash the beef. Whatever beef you and the baby mother has, it needs to just go. Sayonara. See you never. Okay? Let him know that that's what you're doing, and not being petty about it. You're being a woman about it. Totally different. And explain to him exactly why. If you guys are going to be in a relationship, you and the baby mother and him and the baby mother need to have some sort of understanding and common ground. It can't be this beef shit. Like, nah. Anyway, there was this guy. Let's call him Manny. Okay, that's not a good name, honey. He sounded like he's gonna be trouble. Anonymous. Girl, you need to remain anonymous in this relationship. Like, what? This is not a relationship. What are you even telling me right now? I'm actually stressed. I'm upset reading this. Like, fuck him and fuck Molly. And why do you know everything that he's even telling to Molly? Is he telling you these things? Why are you still talking to him? Why did you give him your virginity? Why? He wasn't your boyfriend. The fact that you hadn't slept with him before and he had cheated on you should have been enough to not talk to him again. You guys were in an innocent relationship and you didn't even like him, and you gave him a chance, and he disrespected you in the worst way by cheating on you. So if somebody cheats on you once, just know that they will continue to do that. He's obviously somebody that wants to have his cake and eat it too. If he and Molly have been together for a year, that's more than enough for you to know that this is not going anywhere. And you shouldn't even want it to go anywhere, because he is a scumbag, clearly. He's still trying, like, why is he in a relationship with somebody and telling this somebody about how he feels about you? Which part of that makes sense? What do you think that he would do if you guys were in a relationship? He would be telling you that he has feelings for Molly and that he loves Molly while he's in a relationship with you. Why? And if that is the case, if Molly, I'm mad as hell at Molly, because why is Molly staying in a relationship with this guy that's telling him or telling her that he loves you or that he likes you and he still has feelings for you? Why the hell would Molly still be with this man? I fucking wish, I fucking dare my man to tell me that he has feelings for somebody else. The fuck? What? No. How does that even work? Which part of that makes sense? How old are you guys? Like, I'm very upset about this. I'm actually genuinely upset about this situation, because I'm just like, how? How, Sway? I don't got the answers for you, boo-boo. I have one thing to say, and that's that you need to just not. Just don't. Don't. In your case, you just need to leave this nigga alone. Like, he really ain't shit. because I never heard nothing like this in my life. I literally never heard of anything like this in my life. You're in a relationship with somebody and you're telling them how much you like somebody else. The fuck are you with me for? Bye. Go be with that bitch. Like, what? This is too much. The reason, and this is the thing too, the reason that you can't stop thinking about this man, this boy, is because he's dangling you by a rope. And I don't know who is feeding you the information about what's going on with him and Molly, but whoever it is needs to stop. You need to ask them to just mind their fucking business. And your friends are not your friends if they're telling you about how this guy feels, knowing that he's hurt you already, knowing that he's cheated on you. Why are you bringing me information about my ex or somebody that was my almost ex or whatever the relationship was? Don't tell me nothing about nobody. I don't give a fuck. You're not, hold on. If we're friends, you're not going to come to me about my past, my exes, like single, not single. I don't want to know nothing about nobody. Don't fucking tell me nothing, especially if you know I'm trying to heal right now. If I'm trying to get over a situation, why are you saying he really likes you? What kind of friend are you? I'm fucking pissed. I usually know right from wrong, but when a wrong begins to feel right, I don't know when to stop. I'm 18 and I have a boyfriend of 2 years now, but this past December he flew down to Mexico for a month to visit family. Anywhere but Mexico. Basically, now during this period he was gone, I began to feel neglected and lonely, mainly. So I downloaded this app called Whisper, not knowing exactly what it was. I used to have Whisper. That's so funny.
What is it?
It's like you just put your secrets out there. Basically, I met this dude on the app. Coincidentally, he messaged me an image of him because this app, I didn't know you could do all that. This app is completely anonymous, so when he did that, I was extremely attracted to this guy. Within an hour, we exchanged numbers and spoke on the phone for hours. We eventually had phone sex. Yep, girl, what? Yes. I've considered the fact that maybe he might be a catfish, but I'm 100% convinced he isn't. We would talk all night long for about 2 weeks now. After my boyfriend came back, I told this guy I couldn't speak to him any longer because it would interfere with my relationship. But he told me that's not what he wanted. He expresses his feelings about me, not in a way you typically would want a guy to, but we are both extremely sexually attracted to each other. At one point, when my boyfriend was gone, he wanted to come visit me, but I was a pussy and told him no, so he couldn't. No, he couldn't. We talked time to time, and yes, my boyfriend found out about him through screenshots of our conversation I sent to a friend. He was dead ass pissed, but I explained to him that this guy lives in Missouri and I live in Washington State. I've never met this guy, yet I have such an attraction to him. There's something about him I can't let go of yet. Yes, I've deleted his number and 3 times and everything, but he continues to reach out back to me after I told him not to. Yeah, I blocked his number, but I always end up unblocking it. Girl, I talk to him mostly every day, but once I hang out with my boyfriend, I block his number and he knows the deal. Girl, you are cheating on your boyfriend. I hope you know that. You are cheating on your boyfriend, and nah. Day 1, I told him I had a boyfriend and I had no interest in anything but a companion.
What is she sounds like a sugar mama.
Clearly that's not the case anymore. Lately he's been bugging me to let him come see me, but I don't know if that's the right choice. Okay. This is just a case of the thrills, honey. Like, okay. Let me see. I want to be with my boyfriend, but I also want the taste of something different. Oh my gosh.
This girl is a straight skent. Get out of here. She's hoeing. This is hoeing. She's cheating on her man and she wants a taste of an ex-man. Get the fuck out of here.
My boyfriend's done his fair share of disloyalty and such. That's why I don't feel bad talking to this guy on the side who is 23 years old and just seemed like the perfect guy. I
years
don't
old.
want a
Isn't she
relation
16?
with him. I just want to experience. What are your thoughts on this? Sorry I wrote a lot, by the way. Can you let Paris know I said hey? And thanks for introducing me to your channel months ago. I love you both so much. My top 2 favorite YouTubers. XOXO Lundies. Lundy boo. Boo boo. One, you're cheating on your boyfriend. You might not have had physical sex with this person, but one, you had phone sex on the first night. I don't know if that's considered being a hoe, but you know. And secondly, you still have a desire to speak to this man, boy, whatever, since your boyfriend came back from Mexico. This is wrong on so many levels. My issue with it is that you said that your boyfriend has done his share of disloyalty. However, you're still with him. If you have chosen to forget, and you said that's the reason you don't feel bad about what's going on, or that you don't feel completely bad about what's going on, if you are in a relationship with somebody and they cheat on you or they disrespect you some way, form, or another, you stay with them ultimately because you're trying to, or you want to forgive them, or you have told yourself that you forgave them. You cannot use that against them. If you stay with somebody that has cheated on you, or whatever the case may be, that's you. That's on you. That's your decision to stay with them. So if it comes down to it, and now you are having feelings for somebody else, and that's always in the back of your mind that this person cheated on me, so now I can do what I want to do, your relationship is going to not work out, and either both parties are going to be really hurt in the end, you're going to be really hurt in the end, or just he's going to be really hurt in the end, and either way, it's not fair. Is it fair that he's been disloyal to you? No. I mean, people make mistakes, but if you have already taken him back after the disloyalty, then you cannot be doing what you're doing now, communicating with this third party. You just can't be communicating with some random guy that's in a different state that you met on an app. I mean, if you had phone sex with him, chances are if you guys were to meet up in real life, you would have real sex, unless he's like super ugly or something. I think the reason that you're so attracted to him and feeling this desire to want to communicate with him, it's more of just the thrill of it, and the fact that, well, you're not really going to be able to get away with it because your boyfriend already knows about what's gone on. Also, the fact that your boyfriend found out about this and didn't leave you for it, because men are very different than women and they don't take as much. Like, he may have been disloyal to you, but once you are disloyal to a man and they find out, not many of them will stick around. You need to not pursue this whisper nigga. Like, you need to drop that immediately, and just move on from it. Learn from your mistake. You cannot be cheating on your significant other. Like, you just can't. Honestly, if you want to leave your boyfriend for this other person, go ahead, but you've built a relationship with your boyfriend and you may regret that. But yeah, you're definitely cheating on your boyfriend. If you don't consider this cheating, I'm letting you know right now it is cheating. If y'all never met, is like phone sex like some normal thing? Like, is that normal? I don't know that I've ever had phone sex before. Yeah, it is weird. Like, what am I supposed to do? Moan
awkward as hell.
on the phone?
Do I jerk
I mean,
off? What do I do?
I don't know. I can like text dirty, but like,
I'm stroking it.
yeah,
I'm
like,
thinking of you. What are you doing?
I'm playing
Oh, you're
with my
touching
pussy.
it? Oh. I got porn up there.
Man, for real, like, that's weird. I don't want nobody else on the phone. I didn't want to know anybody know I'm doing that. Like, what? Anyway.
Like some pervert shit.
Yeah, that's weird, man. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Call Quest.
Fuck you, babe. Lava life. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you're dating online because you're shy, or what it is, but you're 18 years old and there's plenty of 18-year-olds that you could meet in person that you don't need to meet online. And I don't think that, I feel like online dating is for older people just because of safety precautions, and it's harder to find somebody once you reach a certain age, I find. So I think it's better for people that are more mature to be on dating online. As an 18-year-old, you should be meeting somebody at a party or meeting people through friends. Like, you don't want to be, for a 23-year-old to be looking online for love is weird to me. Like, what is he, what? If you are chickening out every single time that you have to go meet this person, then you're not supposed to meet them. Especially because you said it's gotten sexual, so now it's gonna be like when you meet up, he's probably gonna be expecting that from you, especially if you've been sending him naughty little photos. Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into when it comes to dating online. People do meet online and shit does work out. I mean, somebody in my family met their husband online, and they're still together to this day, but it's a rocky road, honey. Like, it's a scary thing to do. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So I cannot personally tell you what you should do with this person, but I do feel like he might be too old for you. Because you said it's gotten sexual and you guys haven't met, I think when you meet, it's going to be overly awkward for you. Maybe not for him, but he may be forceful, and it might be really scary for you because it's gotten cyber sexy. So I would say to steer clear. Don't bother pursuing it anymore. It's like nothing ventured, nothing gained kind of thing. And you haven't met him in person, so it's not like you don't owe him anything. And even if you did meet him in person, you still wouldn't owe him anything. But for you to fall off the face of the earth is nothing. He doesn't know where you live or anything like that. He may be a stalker. Stop talking to him for a little bit and see what his attitude is towards you, and that will definitely show you who he is as a person. If he just tries to reach out to you and is really sweet about it, then, or understanding, then you know that he's not like some psychopath. But if he attacks you and is constantly messaging you like, fuck you bitch, how dare you disappear on me, blah blah blah, because you know a lot of people that internet date are like that. They are psychos in their fucking bedrooms on their laptops jerking off. So you might want to steer clear of him. Just give the relationship a little break. Don't communicate with him for a little bit and see what his attitude is towards you. If it's negative, then you know you need to drop that quick. Hey Bo, so basically me and my boyfriend have a great relationship and never really have any problems. We basically talk about everything, but there is this one thing that has been bothering me. I feel like I should tell him to cut her off completely because she obviously doesn't get that he has a girlfriend, and I find that she's being disrespectful. What do you think about the situation? Girl, honey, I would be at the workplace. I would be there. Like, you know, he told you about me and you're still texting me. Why? Because she obviously, her intention when she exchanged numbers with him, not knowing that he had a girlfriend, was obviously, yes, he was nice to her at work, but she obviously took a liking to him and wanted to see where she could take their work relationship. After he told her about you, she should have backed up. She just wants him more. So, and a lot of bitches are like that. They, like, have you guys ever seen the movie Just Go With It? The Adam Sandler movie? He wears a fucking wedding ring to attract women. A wedding ring. Because a lot of people, or a lot of women, are attracted to married men. And it's sad and disgusting, but that just is what it is. And so she's probably one of those females that finds him attractive because he's committed to somebody else, and that leaves her to not have to take all the BS that comes with being a girlfriend, because she could be the side bae, but ain't no side bae bitch. Like, get your life. No. So I honestly would be at the workplace. I would be there. Hey Zaddy, what's up? Hey bitch,
Mr.
how you
Bill
doing? I honestly would show up to work, bring him a little lunch, and ask her if I can speak to her. Your boyfriend's probably gonna look too crazy, but at the end of the day, he needs to check her again. Actually, he doesn't even need to check her. He needs to just say, yo, don't message me. I'll see you at work, home skillet.
Yeah, you don't know.
He doesn't need to message her nothing. He just needs to show her what it is through his attitude and his actions that he doesn't want to talk to her. Because by him replying to the to her messages, even if he's not flirting with her,
he needs to file a sexual assault claim at work
and get this money and get this check. Yes. You're disgusting. But real talk, like, he really should show her that he's not interested at all, and the only way he can do that is if he stops communicating with her. By responding to the text lets her feel like the door is still open. He has a girl, but so what, basically. So we're not gonna blame your boyfriend for entertaining her conversation because he's a man. Like, you know, he's a man, that's it. He's not gonna be rude to her for no reason, and you may not want him messaging her, but you can't really control who she messages unless you put that number on the block on his phone. Tell your boyfriend that he needs to not talk to her, and he will probably respect you, and hopefully he'll respect your wishes and just do what it do, because there's no reason for you guys to even be communicating. Like, if it's not a job where it's not fucking school where they have fucking homework to do, it's fucking work. There's no reason for them to have numbers unless she needs him to take her shift, or he needs her to take his shift. So there's no reason for them to be communicating other than, hey, are you working this weekend? No, can you please take my shift? I work 9 to 4. Like, that's it. There's no other reason for them to be communicating. She doesn't need to be like, how was your day? No. If you don't want to do a work pop-up on that ads, then you can just message her from his phone and be like, if you message my man again, I will show up at the workplace and drag you over the counter. I ain't playing with you, hoe. Do not message my man again. Do not let that relationship go any further than it is.
I actually forgot to touch on the fact that she said, I miss you and to come over. That is definitely a red flag. You need to do some research and see if he's been over to her house before, because why would she just randomly say come over? That's not a normal thing, okay? So do your research, honey, because your man might already be over there at her house, okay?
Okay, and the last one. Okay, Shooter's never had a friend.
Problem.
Shooter's never had a friend with benefits,
She
so
wants him to be the man.
so he can't help you in terms of that perspective because he doesn't know.
You know.
What do you mean, what do I know? Have you had a friend with benefits before? You're about to lie.
No, I'm thinking if I've ever had sex with a girl I wasn't with more than once. That would be a friend with benefits.
More than once, on a regular basis, yes.
Regular basis? No. Maybe once or twice.
2 times you had sex with somebody? Okay, no. So Shooter's never had a friend with benefits, so he doesn't have an opinion on that because...
Have you?
Yes.
You're a whole bag slut whore. Fuck out my house. Get out of my house.
I personally don't think all men see bringing somebody home as a big deal. Some men, like I have a friend that's in love every other week, so he always brings people home. And he's legit thinking he's in love, but he's not. And so he always brings girls home to meet his brother and stuff, but it's not that big a deal to him. The guy that I was friends with benefits with, I met his people, like, but he was the one that liked me. I didn't really like him, so, you know, maybe that's why I met his people, but not all guys are like that. A lot of guys will only bring you home if you do mean something and if he plans to spend a long period of time with you and build a relationship with you. But the only thing is, my mom always said this to me, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free?
What?
So, because you're friends with benefits with him, you might, that you're basically giving him the milk and you are the cow. And no, I'm not calling you fat. So, because of that, first things first, some people never establish what they actually are, but it's just like this unspoken kind of thing where they never ask you to be your girlfriend, to be their girlfriend, but you guys are in a relationship and everybody knows you're in a relationship and it's official. It is official, but it just kind of happened. There's relationships like that, and then there's other relationships where you don't know what you are because you are truly nothing but fuck buddies, and that's the worst kind of relationship, because when something starts out as just physical, it's hard for it to transition into something else with both parties. So one party may start falling for the other, and the other party may just look at it like, we went into this as something physical and that's all I want from you. But the thing with the whole cow and milk thing, like, because you're already giving the milk and he hasn't asked you to be his cow, which is his girlfriend, then it's like, why bother kind of thing? Because you've already given him the aspects of a relationship without making it official. So I don't know how he's feeling. I don't know if he is wanting you to be his girlfriend or not, because he did bring you home like you said, but I think you just need to be blunt about it. If you do want a relationship out of this and you don't just want to be friends with benefits, if you want to take it to that next level, you do need to just have the conversation with him and just be open about it and be like, we are supposed to just be friends with benefits, but I don't want to continue being friends with benefits if it's not going to venture into a relationship. And that has to be sooner than later, just because I'm starting to feel like this is only physical, even though we do spend a lot of time together and we don't just do sex. Like you said, you guys go to the movies and you guys go out for dinner and stuff. So with friends with benefits, mine was not like that. Like, I was not going to the movies with nobody. We never ever went on a date. It was only sex. That's all. And I always initiated it too. That was the thing. Like, I would be like, I'm coming over, and I would just go to his house. We never ever went out ever. Yeah, we would just have sleepovers. So it's a lot different. Usually friends with benefits is not, friends with benefits is like, have you seen the movie? Like, it's just booty call, booty call, booty call. It's not booty call dinner, booty call movies, booty call date. Like, no. I'm more like that, I guess. If you guys are really mad, like if you guys are mad cool, it could be like that. But if you're not, and it's literally just supposed to be sex, and then it's starting to get a little bit heavy, then yeah, do what you will. I don't think this is anything to stress over, really. If you are starting to feel strong feelings towards him, you need to stop being friends with benefits immediately and find out where the relationship is going. And if he does say that he wants to pursue something more than just friends with benefits, stop having sex and just get to learn more about each other and take sex out of the equation completely until you guys are official, just so that you know it's real, because he could just string you on and tell you that he does want a relationship out of this, but then come to find out he's still just wanting to have sex and not build a relationship, and he'll give you the lines like, I'm not ready yet, we have to take our time, and BBSS, which is bullshit shit. No. Like, it's not, it's a lie, it's fugazi, it's not popping. So just be careful with that. Have the conversation. There's no easy way around it. Now, if he says he just wants to stay friends with benefits, make sure that you end it, because like you said, you do want to be with him, kind of. So don't just accept the friends with benefits if you are gaining feelings. Because in the end, you're just going to be the one that's hurt, and he's gonna move on to some new bitch, and that's just what it is, and that's just what it's gonna be. Anyway, you guys, I love you all so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this girl talks. I'm sorry that I didn't upload one last week. I will make sure to be on schedule, because you know, gotta stay focused. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure if you want to participate in a BOETALKS, or if you just need some advice from me, you send me an email to cosmeholicsanonym@gmail.com.